She looked me straight in the eyes and said it. He's better than you. No pause. No regret. Just those 4 words. And in that moment, everything I believed about love fell apart. What hit the hardest was how effortless it was for her. She didn't even blink. Before I continue, tell me, where are you watching from? Drop your city in the comments. Let's see how far this story reaches. We were at the cafe where it had all begun. Our first date. Same table, same window seat. I thought maybe she wanted to talk things through. To fix what was falling apart, maybe find our way back. But she wasn't there to fix anything. She was there to quietly close the book on us. Like it was just business. I remember every second. How she stirred her tea without looking up. How her fingers curled around the cup like she was grounding herself. Then she said it. Calm. Clear. I didn't plan this. But it happened. He makes me feel alive. That word alive, it echoed in my head. Like I had been killing her slowly just by loving her. Like her time with me had been numbness, and he had somehow woken her up. She left without shedding a single tear. And I just sat there, stunned. The air outside felt heavier. My body moved, but my mind refused. I kept replaying it. How someone could destroy you so quietly, with so little emotion. The days that followed were brutal. No appetite. No rest. I was physically present but emotionally absent. Her voice still filled the silence. Her laugh echoed in the most unexpected places. Friends tried their best, took me out, cracked jokes, introduced distractions. But grief followed like a second skin. The worst was coming home. That's when the loneliness screamed the loudest. And then I saw them. Online. He had his arms around her, and she looked like she was glowing, in a way she never did with me. He smiled like he'd won something. She looked like she'd found everything. It was like watching someone else play the part one once held. As if I had only ever been a rehearsal, and he was the lead. I started questioning it all. Was he funnier? Wilder? More reckless in the way she secretly longed for? I never asked. I didn't want the confirmation. But I also knew one thing. That wouldn't be where my story ended. I was broken badly, but not beyond repair. So I began again alone. Quietly. I went back to the gym. Dusted off my old camera. Started hiking again. Music loud, heart heavy. I blocked her on social media. Not out of hate, but because I needed space to breathe. This time, I wasn't healing for her. I was healing for me. Slowly, the fog began to lift. Coffee started tasting like something again. Mornings didn't feel like punishment. And then one day I laughed a real, honest laugh. That's when I knew I was coming back. I found beauty in small things. Solo drives. Cold winds. Random smiles from strangers who didn't know I was once shattered. And I started liking my own company. I didn't need memories of her to feel alive anymore. A year passed. Then, out of nowhere, my phone buzzed. A message from her. Can we talk? I stared at it for what felt like forever. I wanted to ignore it. But curiosity whispered louder than reason. So I agreed. Same cafe. Different version of her. The light in her eyes gone. She looked tired. She smiled, but it was worn down. Thanks for coming, she said softly. I stayed quiet. I'm not here to make excuses, she began. I just need to say this. I thought he was better. But he wasn't. Her voice trembled. He was exciting. But it wasn't love. It was chaos. Lies. And when I realized what I gave up, you were already gone. She reached across the table, her fingers shaking. I'm sorry, she whispered. I miss you every day. I know I don't deserve another chance, but if there's even the smallest part of you that still cares, please. She broke down, right there in the middle of the cafe. And me? I just sat still. Not angry. Not smug. Just still. I'm not mad anymore, I said after a while. But I'm not who I used to be either. She nodded, tears falling freely now. I loved you, I said. I gave you everything. I spent months hoping you'd say these words. Her eyes lit up, hope flickering inside them. But now that you have. I paused. I've realized something. What? She asked, barely holding herself together. I'm okay without you. Her face crumbled. She covered her mouth as her sobs broke through. I leaned back and took a deep breath. For the longest time, I wanted closure, I said. I used to dream about this moment. But now that I'm in it, I don't want to go back. I don't want to try again. I just want peace. And I have it now. She stood slowly, wiping her cheeks. I wish you the best, she said. You too, I replied. She walked away, slower this time, no confidence in her step. But I didn't watch her leave. I didn't need to. I stayed, finished my coffee, then stepped outside and let the wind hit my face. It didn't sting anymore. She said he was better. She left me for him. But a year later she returned, in tears. And I had already moved on.